All right, welcome back into American Agenda. Obviously, we have been talking quite a bit about the LA riots today. I don't think we should be surprised, though, by the reaction by the Democrats to President Trump calling in the National Guard. You have to remember, anything President Trump does is going to be met with hysterical resistance by them. Look at how they reacted to tariffs after Liberation Day. The economy and stock market, they were both going to crash. That never happened. And then all of a sudden, the reporting on all of it just stopped. When Elon Musk and Doge were doing their work, it was the worst thing in the world. As you know, Democrats have been going nuts for months while deportations continue. Despite the fact, just a few short years ago, former President Barack Obama formally removed 3 million non-citizens from the U.S. over 2 terms, more than any other president in American history, according to data from the Department of Homeland Security. So Democrats didn't care back then. In fact, back in 2007, President Obama sounded a lot like a Republican rather than what his party has morphed into today.
We've had 5 million undocumented workers come over the borders since George Bush took office. It has become an extraordinary problem. And the reason the American people are concerned is because they are seeing their own economic position slip away.
So Obama was mad about 5 million illegals back then. So, I mean, based on that, Democrats, they should be furious over the 20 million illegals that have now come through. But no, they like what's happened because Democrats have come to the conclusion keeping these 20 million illegals in our country will eventually go on to help them at some point in the future. So when it comes to calling in the National Guard, it is no different. This is all political. Been waiting to talk about this all day because when Joe Biden was in office, Democrat governors used the National Guard to prevent riots just like what we are seeing right now. The mainstream media didn't even pay attention to it. I was working in Philadelphia when this happened. Then Governor Tom Wolf has activated more than 1,000 Pennsylvania National Guard members at the request of Philadelphia officials to respond to any protest and potential unrest following the verdict of the trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin, who's charged in the death of George Floyd. I saw zero outrage over that on cable TV. Why not? I wonder why. How about in Minnesota back in April of 2021, a black man, 20-year-old Dante Wright, was killed by police, and then riots, they went on to break out. Guess what happened? Governor Tim Walz called in the National Guard. It was reported then that Democratic Governor Tim Walz and other officials claim this is to protect the threat of outside agitators. Oh, really? Outside agitators, huh? You mean like the ones law enforcement officials are saying that are there in Los Angeles right now? Seems like back then Governor Walz made a pretty common sense decision. They wanted to protect their cities from protesters, more like anarchists. That's who is there. That was to call in the National Guard to prevent riots and destruction. All good in the eyes of the mainstream media then, but now when it's President Trump's turn to do the same, it is absolutely awful. In summary, the reaction from Democrats, liberal media, it is political. That's it. That's all this is. Try and make President Trump look bad, because when it serves them well, Democrats will 100% call in the National Guard.